most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about 3 best beginner balance exercises at home, restore your confidence, and no equipment.
Right.
And we emphasize beginner here.
Right.
These are going to be fairly simple to do. These are, like Brad has in the title, restore your confidence.
Right.
So these are people who might be losing their balance, and we're going to try to keep safety in mind, right, Brad?
Exactly. Something you can do at home and by yourself safely.
Yeah. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com because we're always giving something away. Go to the giveaway section. We're giving away the suspension straps, the ones that you can use for exercise.
Actually, we have balance exercise with those, but that's another video.
Right. Go to Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page, the contest that is. Go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, and you'll find a 60-second version of our program.
Excellent job, Bob.
All right, thank you.
There you go. Well, what now?
Yeah, let's
go.
We
got the balance program. Okay, seriously, we looked at, as a therapist, looking at balance, we know that muscle strength is a pretty big part of it.
Right.
And that's what this covers. 3 different muscle groups. We've got core, we got leg and hips, okay, and ankle strength. Very critical.
Yeah, very critical, especially I think the hips and the ankles, and core too.
Right.
I mean, they all play equal role, I play.
So we're going to start with the hips.
Sure.
Hips and the leg strength.
All
now,
right.
you can do all 3 of these exercises. Once you get used to them, you'll be able to do them in, between 1 and 2 minutes at the most.
That's right. That's what's nice about these.
Yep.
They don't take much time, but yet they cover all areas.
Now, first thing is do sitting. It's a simple functional exercise. Not only do you get strength, but it helps you on a daily basis. It's simply a sit to stand and then sit again, obviously with good control. Now, if you are a little wobbly, because this is where a lot of people do have falls, is getting out of a chair. You could put another chair in front of you if you're by yourself particularly, and then you can use that for balance if you're a little wobbly.
Brad and I have seen this so many times over our careers that people, they come in and their strength is not very good and their balance is poor, and then we find out they have one of those chairs that sit to stand for you.
Right.
And I understand why you get these for people, especially if they have become so weak they can't even get out of the chair.
Right.
But even then, they should only go up as high as they need to go and then work on it, because this is something if you don't want to lose this, you should do them repeatedly.
Right. You need to exercise it. Unfortunately, I don't have armrests on this chair, and in our new area, we don't have one yet, but it'll come. So you could push off the armrest to do that, to get help. You can gently grab the chair in front. Obviously, you're not going to pull on it, but sometimes just something there makes a big difference. Or you can push off of your legs if you're not able to do it, like this. Because once you can do 10 of them pushing off with both hands, then you go to 1 armrest, push off. When that gets easier, you can do 10 of them. It's a progression. Then maybe you could do this. And the last one is either putting your arms up like this or like this, and see if you can get up without anything and good control. When you get to that point, that's pretty advanced.
Show us an incorrect way, Brad, that what we see a lot of people, they get out here and they lean way forward because they're weak.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, that means already there's a sign you're not as strong as you should be.
That's a good point. As a matter of fact, my mother just had a fall doing this.
She did.
In the last 2 weeks. I drove in, the ambulance is there, and it's like number of apartments. It's like there's 50 people live there. It happened to be my mother. Yeah, she was getting off, and with this COVID thing, she's not exercising like she should or can, and down she went.
And the thing is, if you're having to lean that far forward, these exercises are for you.
Right.
That means that you're so weak that you're not able to get out of the chair.
You should be able to do 10 of those. And again,
may take time.
Right.
Progress.
It may take you a few weeks.
In 1 week. Right.
Right. And then, do them daily. Take 1 day off a week. Next one. This
Posture?
one's a really interesting one. I really like it. Is you're gonna now posture has a great deal with your balance. If you're like oftentimes as people age, they get this flex forward posture. Not only is it hard on your back and whatnot, but your balance
Yeah,
becomes.
when you walk, you're starting to go and you want to tip forward.
Yep, this is going to make your balance notably worse as opposed to this. So this exercise, just go up to any wall in the house. You may need to put a chair in front of you just for a little. If you have a walker, you could use a walker. Put your butt up against the wall and your shoulders, and then good posture. Now, if you can touch your head up against the wall, that's great. That's perfect posture.
If you can touch your head against the wall without tipping back like this, you want to go back like this. You don't want to be like this.
Right.
You know.
Right. Now, a lot of people as we age, our necks get stiff, and you may not be able to
Right.
touch the wall with your head, and that's okay. Just go as far as you can. Now, here's how the balance part works. Get your feet a comfortable distance from the wall, not very far. Start out close, and then lean forward with your shoulders, leaving the wall first, and then see if you can straighten up. And you may have to, that's where you may need to hold something. Now, this looks very easy, I have a feeling. But if you try it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Shoulders first, and see if you can get forward.
Especially as you get older.
Exactly. And then reverse the order. Bring your hips away from the wall first, and then come forward. You'll feel your stomach muscles really going to town to do that.
That one I had to give myself a little boost.
Yeah.
I had to give myself a little rocket ship.
If
there.
it's too hard, that means your feet are too far away from the wall. Bring them in closer to the wall, and it'll be easier. So that's how you adjust that one. So 10 times, shoulders leaving first. So Bob's practicing.
Yeah.
You're going to be amazed at how this works, that balance. Oh, and it works the core. The core is a big part of balance as well as posture. It's a wonderful exercise. Number 3, should we carry on to number 3,
let's
Bob?
do number 3.
Now, I just worked with this with one of my patients. He's about 60 years old. And I call this a ziggy zaggy, and I work with this with younger people for ankle strength,
Right.
for lateral strength, which is important.
Were you going to do the heel to toe up and down?
Yes, we're gonna. Oh, should we do that one first?
I would say
it's easier.
The easier one. Show the easier one first.
I apologize. I jumped the gun. You have your chair for balance. Now, you could do this at the cupboard.
Right.
Right. If you've got, a good solid cupboard, especially where the sink is, you can put your fingers over the sink to have something solid. And can you focus on my socks, feet? I got these nice sock guys. Socks. I was pretty proud of
Got
them.
a sock fetish.
Anyways, you push up with your toes and then come down and then see if you can lift your heels up. Now, this is a part you have to be careful for because when you lift your heels up, the tendency is you could fall backwards.
Right. And that's where it's nice to be hold on to the sink.
Exactly. So don't get too aggressive on lifting your toes up. And both of these exercises, when people age, when you get up into your 60s or 70s, wouldn't you say, Bob, you see a lot of weakness
Oh,
in
absolutely.
the ankles?
Yes, absolutely. And the ankle, if you don't have good ankle strength, you have poor balance.
Right.
Yeah, that's where
It
all
goes
tumbles
hand
down.
in hand.
It's the foundation.
Sure. Exactly right,
Look
Bob.
at that.
Exactly. I just get a kick out of that. So we're going to go up. Now, you may not get up this high. You may only get up an inch or so at first.
Right.
And same with this way, but you're still working those muscles that need to be worked.
And
So
you
it's-
can do these with shoes on too.
Yeah,
if you
actually,
want.
it probably works better with
Yeah.
shoes. And you can do 10 of these. 1, 2, and about that fast. You don't have to go real slow, but don't go real fast either. A good pace. Okay? So that works the anterior and the posterior muscle groups. Now we want to work the side muscle groups, which is really helpful. And that's where we get into the,
Ziggy zaggy.
we call it the ziggy zaggy. All right. So I'll show you the idea with it first. If you got a history of dancing to Charleston or something like that,
Sure.
you'll know this. So you're going to go toes over first. Oh, I was telling you, the gentleman, he was 60 years old. And I said, well, just do this. And, because he was up and about and doing fairly well. And he started doing it.
You start.
He really had a difficult time. So I realized that there's going to be a number of
It's-
people.
It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, I'm used to doing it because this therapists do weird things a lot of times. Toes together first, and this probably is going to be best with your shoes on.
Yeah.
Because your shoes offer some resistance, which make the muscles work more. and like that. So just take your time. You hold it onto a chair or to the cupboard. The cupboard's actually a good place to do this
And we'll
one.
go right along it.
Yep. And once you get more comfortable with it, so you don't have to think so much, and some people may have this motor memory down and they don't have to practice too much, then you're going to feel your ankles get tired differently than when you do the one previous to this one. And they're really critical muscle groups to do. So you're just going to go the length of the cupboard, and I can feel my muscles working already, and I have the socks and it's so slippery here. It's going to work out well. Wow, Bob.
Awesome.
What do you say?
Well, I'm going to throw one more in there.
Absolutely. A
Just
bonus.
Yeah, the bonus one is just the one behind the chair. I like to get the hip abductors too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, so
yeah.
just bringing the feet out, toe straight forward. Don't go out this way.
Right.
But, just stand up behind a chair and work on these. These are good strengthening muscles also for your balance.
Yeah.
The
Especially
gluteus-
if you have that gait where
Yeah.
you kind of waddle.
Yeah. Throw some of these in. I'd say a set of 10 also. Work
Yep.
up to 10 anyway.
Right.
So
Very good.
I hope I didn't hijack your program.
No,
here.
Bob, it's okay. I'm used to it. No, actually, it's a good bonus. It is a really good point. And so
These are great beginner ones, Brett.
Right.
This is where we would start with anybody who has kind of questionable balance,
Right.
but yet you can maintain the safety by following the safety
Right.
rules here.
absolutely, Bob.
No falls on our watch, right?
yeah, yeah. And, if you're younger and you want to show your parents or your grandparents these, or anybody recovering from an injury, I would usually do stroke people.
Yep. Absolutely. People who've had a stroke.
Yeah.
Stroke people.
Now, I was just talking to Liz about this. We had a person who really chimed in. She was obviously an English major, and she was not only talking about lie and lay, but our complex sentences have issues. Probably mostly mine.
Oh, I've got issues too.
Yeah, well, we appreciate any help we
we'll
can
take
get.
the help. Bring it on.
We're going to have to hire an English major for part of our staff.
We can fix just about anything
except for
a broken
There
heart
you go.
and our language. So thanks for
Take
watching.
care.